Hey, welcome back to another Tony Montana video. Hope you're doing well. Hope your dogs are doing well, are healthy, and are being kept well. Love your dogs, and make sure that if you have any issue with your dog, you do visit a vet. All right? I don't say it enough, but I should emphasize that people should be taking dogs to vets whenever possible. All right? That out of the way, I wanted to talk about breeding best to best. You know, again, that word is being bounced around everywhere, and people really don't see it as layers to that best to best terminology. Best to best, breeding best to best. Okay, that's like, oh, that's simple. Winning winner to winner. I'm sorry, breeding winner to winner. And I mean that is a definition of best to best, or breeding best to best. But you know, a lot of times if you're looking to get better dogs or breed better dogs, you have to be able to see more than just that term and that simple winner to winner breeding mentality. Okay, because you know, again, I believe that most dogs are cur dogs. I would say 80% of American Pit Bull Terriers will stop working at some point in their, you know, in their work. You know, if they're, you know, so I believe that's the case. You just have to, it's a combination of how good of a conditioner you are. So that, what I call a timer, that timer is longer. Takes longer for that dog to say, okay, I think this is good enough for me. I appreciate the thoughts, and let's go home. You know, you have to understand that there are very few that dogs that go against the grain of nature, of survival, of saying, okay, my body's tired, my body is spent, my body's worn out. Let me just stop. That would be normal. That's normal, and that is really what happens most of the time. And again, depending on how the dog was conditioned, how the dog was fed, or how, if the dog was given the enhancing drugs, performing enhancing drugs, you know, all that matters in the sense of when the dog is going to get tired. Because most people agree that a dog will stop working because of fatigue first and foremost, way before they will stop working because of physical injury. Okay, if a dog that's physically injured isn't going to stop sooner unless they're there's a lot, always an unless to a lot of things we say here. So the unless to that would be if the dog has very low pain tolerance, and that in that essence would mean the dog should have never been worked, should have never been there in the first place. So that out of the way, because that would mean that you know, you're a rookie and you don't know that you shouldn't be working a dog that has low pain tolerance. Because it's going to stop the moment it feels pain, obviously. And you shouldn't breed that dog if it comes from a line of dogs that are the same way, sensitive to pain. These dogs are not supposed to be, you know, sensitive to pain. These dogs are supposed to be, you know, you have to be more aware of them, because they, you know, they have high tolerance for pain. Anyway, best to best. You could have dogs that work, and I've given an example of half hour, 40 minutes, and they finish their work. So 30, 40 minutes to me, for the most part, unless there's a lot of things happen, 30 minutes is nothing. 30 minutes is warm up. And so a lot of these dogs that win, they say, oh, you want to weight pulling or 3 tug of wars or whatever, any contest in very short order, I'm not too fond of. I'm not too thrilled about it. I'd rather have dogs that somehow they went at it, pulling that tug of war, that rope for time and time and time. It was active all the time, and then it just happened to, one lost and the other one, and out of fatigue, out of all of that, but you see the dog is still wanting to go at it again. Let's keep going. That is a positive. That is a positive, okay? So, or sometimes you see a dog that is, completely outmatched. The dog is not shouldn't be there with the other dog. The other dog is not even doing anything. It's no problem. But the heart of this dog that eventually loses, is shown. It shows itself by continuing to try to pull, even though it sees that it's no way budging on the other dog. The dog is making it look easy, just holding that rope, and the other dog is doing its craziest to actually beat it. I would like to be breed to that dog that is trying, even though his ability isn't there. So okay, so anyway, yeah. Sorry about that. I just had to. So, breeding best to best, really, you have to identify what's best to you. A lot of times I read an old timer say that they would go breed to the loser. A lot of times, a dog that just lost versus going to breed to the winner, because they saw the quality, the trait that we covered the most, the gameness in that losing dog. So for breeding purposes, best to best is different than best to best when you were just considering performance. So for breeding purposes, we're looking for dogs that ideally show that trait of gameness that is so hard to find and so easy to lose in breeding. Okay? And I think that really is important. People that understand that. I know not today, we're in the online generation. Everybody wants everything fast food, fast cars, fast everything, and all made easy. Nobody wants to do these keeps anymore. Nobody wants to do this stuff. They don't want to be out here walking 2-3 hours or conditioning 2-3 hours. They want dogs that seal the deal quickly and they go home and that's that. They don't care about anything else. And that's not the breed. Okay? Sealing the deal quickly is not the breed. Okay? That might be something else. That might be related to money, but it's not related to improving the breed. So this is just for people that want to really get into dogs or want to continue on the dogs or are seasoning the dogs and just want to listen to someone's opinion, some guy on YouTube, But anyway, yes, his boy has a lot of energy. Let me talk about him for a bit. He got a lot of energy, so I've been walking him heavy, and without the resistance bands, so that way there's no resistance on his neck, no pulling back and forth. So this is completely, really just heavy walking. Just again, we're just beginning, so I'm just trying to burn. He has a lot of energy that he's messing my arms up, so I had to take this time and walk him, do a couple of things. But this is the things I'm going to show you, because the other things I can't hold my phone and do it at the same time, and I'm not looking to buy a GoPro camera. Expensive for what I do, which is unnecessary for me because I'm not making any money out of this. I'm just doing it for the heck of it, to show you a bit of my life, you know. But anyway, this is Tony Montana. Until next time.